Crypto winter is over, according to market analysts. Millions of crypto investors intend to add to their positions. South Africa's central bank gives institutions the green light to serve crypto clients. Con men arrested for scamming exchanges out of 4 million using fake documents. Gareth Soloway says new lows are still coming, and a lot of people will be caught off guard and wiped out. Pay really close attention so you won't be one of them. Ripio is going to issue prepaid crypto cards in Brazil. CEO of Coinbase expects bear market to last 12 to 18 months. Crypto lender Celsius excuses ex-money manager of theft. Why Combinator alumni raise $80 million for DAO to back up Web3 startups. Crypto banks could start to exist sooner than we think. Mark Cuban calls Gary Gensler's comments BS. Oh, and thank you for joining us for the daily crypto discussion. Before we get started, let's have a look at the current state of fear and greed index for today and see where we stand with it. We have a lot of fascinating issues to discuss with you. The indicator has decreased from 28 to 25, indicating that investors are becoming increasingly panicked as Bitcoin continues to lose its momentum. This has caused the market to become more apprehensive. At the time this video was being recorded, the trade price of Bitcoin was $21,270, while the price of Ethereum was $16,18. Let's start with the video now. According to Edward Moya, senior market analyst at foreign exchange Oanda, there is a possibility that the crypto winter is coming to an end. In spite of the recent negative market news, he said that some cryptocurrency investors have begun to increase their purchases of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. I believe that you are noticing that a greater proportion of the money that has been hoarded is starting to enhance their exposure and add to their positions. During the episode all about Bitcoin, he mentioned that there is a possibility that the crypto winter is coming to an end. He made these remarks after the market crash that occurred the previous week, which shattered hopes of fast recovery in the price of Bitcoin following the market crash that occurred earlier this year. Analysts at the crypto research firm Delphi Digital wrote on Monday in a report that if the pattern from previous historical price cycles is followed by Bitcoin, it could fall as low as 10,000 before finally heading higher. This prediction was made in light of the fact that the report was published. According to a research published by cryptocurrency exchange KuCoin, more than 50% of Indian cryptocurrency investors aim to expand their investments over the next 6 months, since they regard the asset class as a long-term investment rather than as hype. According to the survey published by KuCoin, while 56% of crypto investors believe that cryptocurrencies will be the predominant form of cryptocurrency in the future, just 54% feel that cryptocurrencies will provide them with a superior return on investment over the long run. The report found that only 24% of younger investors perceive cryptocurrency to be a hype. According to the report, an additional 10% of adults in India are interested in learning more about cryptocurrencies and intend to make an investment in crypto over the course of the next 6 months. According to the findings of the research, one of the primary worries of investors is safety. Specifically, 26% of investors are concerned that hackers are a threat, and 23% are afraid that they might not get their money back in the event of a security breach. The Central Bank of South Africa has said that South African financial institutions will now be permitted to deal with funds linked to digital assets, and that these institutions shall not block all crypto clients without discrimination. In new guidelines released this week, the South African Reserve Bank stated that banks in the country may act as a conduit for funds related to crypto asset service providers and may play a role in customers who wish to purchase or receive payouts in fiat currency in their bank accounts for the sale of crypto. The bank also stated that banks may play a role in customers who wish to receive payouts in fiat currency for the sale of crypto. The advisory was issued after certain local banks had already taken action close to accounts that were associated with cryptocurrency exchanges, citing exposures to the risk. In the paper that was made public, the SARB stated that it was well aware that several banks in the country had barred customers who had connections to cryptocurrencies. In addition, the bulk termination of client connections presents a danger to the organization's financial integrity, despite despite the fact that a comprehensive risk assessment is required. On Tuesday, law enforcement in the United States apprehended 3 men whom they believe were involved in a plot to steal millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin, in the process defrauding banks in the U.S. and a major cryptocurrency exchange. The Office of the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York in Manhattan has filed many charges against Esteban Cabrera de Corte, Luis Hernandez Gonzalez, and Asdrubal Ramirez Meza. These charges include wire fraud and aggravated identity theft. According to an unsealed indictment, 3 men living in Miami are accused of purchasing more than $4 million worth of cryptocurrency by opening accounts with a leading cryptocurrency exchange using photos of fake U.S. passports and driver's licenses. These photos were used to open accounts with the exchange. The accounts were connected to bank accounts that the 3 individuals controlled. After making the purchase of the Bitcoin, the men moved it immediately to cryptocurrency wallets located in locations other than the exchange. They then dialed the banks and reported that the purchases had been made without permission, which prompted the banks to pay back the money. Coming up next in the video is Gareth Soloway, who is going to talk about how Bitcoin is on track to dump another 40 to 50% from current levels.
It did close below this channel. So look at the beauty of this channel here, how we've been hovering up and down inside of it really since June. But the negative here is that we saw a close below. Now you haven't confirmed, but as far as I'm concerned, this is a very, very nasty little pattern formation. And it's likely we're going to go retest this yellow trend line here, which happens to be the high from 2017 right here. That's going to be a big line in the sand. If we break that, then you see that move down that I've been calling for as my secondary target. You know, my first target was 20,000. We talked about it last year in Dubai when I was there in October 2021. We said 20,000. Now I say it's going to actually go lower than that. Next stop is going to be 12 to 13,000. So we are headed lower, and it's going to be a rough road along the ways here.
Bitcoin had been moving in this channel for a while now. This channel is also known as an ascending channel, which is a bearish pattern, and Bitcoin broke down as we just witnessed. Gareth has been saying that he expects a 10 to 12K Bitcoin in the near future, and the breaking of this channel adds more confluence to this idea. However, he also says that a bounce is likely to occur around the 17 to 18K level because it's a previous level of support that also coincides with the 2017 high. Ripio, a cryptocurrency firm based in Latin America, has begun issuing a prepaid debit card in Brazil. The card allows payments to be made in cryptocurrencies and receives cashback rewards in Bitcoin, according to Ripio CEO Sebastian Serrano, who spoke with CoinDesk about the launch last week. The company has stated that it plans to offer the product to the 1 million users it currently has in the South American country, and that the digital version of the card is already available. The cards were developed in partnership with Visa, and the company hopes to release 250,000 of them before the end of the year. According to the business, the card will enable users to make payments using Brazilian reals in addition to the 28 cryptocurrencies that Ripio has listed on its site. According to Serrano, Ripio is mulling over the possibility of introducing prizes in cryptocurrency other than Bitcoin. The CEO of Coinbase, Brian Armstrong, has stated that he anticipates the crypto winter to last between 12 to 18 months, but the company is also bracing for the chance that it would drag on for even longer. Coinbase announced a financial loss of $1.09 billion for the second quarter of 2018, compared to a net income of $1.61 billion for the same period in 2017. This was due to the price of Bitcoin falling by roughly 55% over the course of the year. According to data provided by Dow Jones, the cryptocurrency exchange platform's share price has decreased by more than 70% so far this year. In spite of this, Armstrong was quoted in an interview saying that the current slump in the market is not unprecedented for the company. As a corporation, we have experienced 4 cycles similar to the current one. We've only been around for 10 years. Armstrong explained that this one just happens to coincide with the wider macro environment falling down. According to Armstrong, the cryptocurrency exchange has been looking into several ways to reduce operating expenses. According to an interview that was conducted by CNBC, it is attempting to cut expenditures associated with marketing, external vendors, and Amazon Web Services. According to allegations made in a lawsuit filed on Tuesday by a defunct cryptocurrency lender, a former money manager employed by Celsius Network misled the firm about his investment talents and either lost or misappropriated expropriated tens of millions of dollars worth of assets. Celsius, which filed for bankruptcy last month after freezing client money, argues that KeyFi Inc. and CEO Jason Stone misled about their investment abilities and were inadequate in managing Celsius's assets. Celsius filed for bankruptcy after freezing customer assets. Additionally, the cryptocurrency lender accused Stone of committing theft in its entirety. According to the complaint, Stone first began managing money for Celsius in the year 2020, just a few short months after the arrangement was initially established. Celsius demanded the return of the coins that were in control of Stone because it was unhappy with the reporting processes of KeyFi. According to the lawsuit, Celsius was unable to recover all the assets, and the company discovered that KeyFi was extraordinarily poor at investing in cryptocurrencies and failed to hedge against market swings. The Decentralized Autonomous Organization, or DAO, form is becoming increasingly popular among groups of people who want to invest collectively as a foundation for collaborative decision-making. In order to be in compliance with SEC regulations, an investment DAO can normally have no more than 100 members. However, Orange DAO has discovered a means to bring together more than 1,000 Y Combinator alumni in order to support Web3 startups through an associated venture fund. In a recent interview with TechCrunch, Orange DAO's general partner disclosed that the company has just successfully received $80 million in funding, the majority of which came from two strategic partners in the form of Layer 1 blockchains named Algorand and Near. They were eager to provide the support to our initiative to recruit more business owners to Web3. Working with us and gaining exposure in front of our entrepreneurs is really important for them because if one of our members builds a billion-dollar DeFi protocol, the investment that they made in us is negligible in comparison to the amount of upside they get from it. For this reason, working with us and gaining exposure in front of our entrepreneurs is really important for them. Mark Cuban, a billionaire investor, recently took to Twitter to criticize the Securities and Exchange Commission's approach to the regulation of cryptocurrencies, calling recent comments made by SEC Director Gary Gensler BS. His remarks were a response to Gensler's opinion piece that was published in the Wall Street Journal the previous week. In that piece, the top regulator reiterated that the same rules for securities markets would be applied to the cryptocurrency space. His comments came as a response to Gensler's piece. The spirit of the law is about protecting investors, Gensler noted in a tweet on Tuesday, praising the SEC as the policeman on the beat in his op-ed piece. The law's spirit is about protecting investors. In his response, which was posted on Twitter, Cuban called Gensler's portrayal of the government agency's stance on cryptocurrency BS. This will be it for today's news. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel to show your support. Press the bell icon to never miss our latest upload. See you guys in the next one.